What's up, everybody? Doc Dark 1985. There's levels to this. All right, this is day 2 with the Lenovo Legion Go. I'm gonna talk first, and then I'm gonna pass it over to my son, who's played with this the most today because this is his system. Mine is the Rogue Ally back there. So, what I'm going to tell you is day 2 obviously is a better experience than day 1 because we're learning the device a lot more. All the updates that we had to go through yesterday have been forgotten and forgiven today. So the first time you open this thing up, allow all the updates that you got to do, setting everything up, it's frustrating trying to remember all your accounts and all that other stuff. Like my son couldn't get into his Apex Legends account, so we literally had to open up a new account. Like it's just ridiculous, right? Setting all that stuff up can be annoying. This is not something that if you're gonna give this to somebody at Christmas, you probably want to give it to them the night before so they could set it up and all that other stuff, or somebody set it up for them. This is definitely not something for a small child either, unless you're absolutely gonna set it up for them beforehand. But regardless, day 2 a lot better. I will say this: the speakers are trash. Not only are they trash, but when you compare them to something like the Asus ROG Ally, it puts it to shame. Okay, the screen though, let me tell you, this screen is just beautiful. It's amazing. Even when you're not running it at the actual 1440p or whatever the resolution is. Like, I have it on the lowest resolution right now just to try to save as much battery power and get as much performance out of it, and it still looks beautiful. The colors are vibrant. The colors are better than the colors on the ROG Ally. Like, the screen is phenomenal. It's amazing. It does help you get immersed. The controls. So I saw a lot of people complaining about the controllers before. This is what I'm going to tell you. All the buttons in the back don't do anything. So when people are talking about like, oh, you touch a button by mistake, this and that, those don't do anything. The one button that will affect you, and my son is going to talk about it, is, go ahead, you can point at it.
Right here, the RB R1 button.
I have no idea what Lenovo was thinking making this one complete button. Now, obviously, that's just in case you want to play in first-person mode, whatever. You can click whatever, but cutting this off and having this be dead whenever it's not in first person would have been smart, because now whenever you play this, especially a game like Apex Legends, if you're holding this, if you tap this, you're accidentally pinging, and it was just frustrating. Besides that, though, we did a battery test today as well, which we'll talk about probably in another video. I want to do a few more battery tests, but the battery, spoiler alert, the battery here is better than the battery over there. Okay, even in performance mode, this battery beats that one, but we'll get into that when we do a few more tests. So with that being said, what I want to ask you, Alex, is I want you to tell them, what has your second day been like with this thing? Do you like it more? Do you want to turn it back so far and we'll test it out a little bit more? Just tell me how your experience so far.
I mean, this is really kind of my first day because I didn't really use it yesterday.
Okay.
But it was kind of frustrating at first because I had to get used to this button right here because I couldn't aim or anything in the settings button. So clicking down there was confusing because every other controller I have is up top.
Okay.
And I found myself clicking the back buttons expecting them to do something when they didn't. But I got used to it and I just clicked them for whatever, like during loading screens. But the sticks were also smaller, which kind of felt weird. I felt my thumb slipping off the sticks a lot. Okay. So I had to like position them like right here. Okay. But other than that, it was pretty good. Like you said, the volume wasn't great, but it ran well. The only time it really wasn't doing well was when we dropped off the ship in Apex. Dropping was horrible, but other than that, it ran well. I was able to shoot. The settings were different, but yeah, it's good. It's a nice big screen. It's a step down from the monitor, but yeah, it's pretty good than the ROG Ally because I tried playing Apex on that, I couldn't do that.
Okay, all right, good. Now I know that you have been asking me possibly for a PlayStation Portal, right? And obviously the PlayStation Portal for my wallet would be ideal because it's way cheaper. Right? Okay. Now that you have this in your hand though, what would still steer you, and I want you to be honest, what would still steer you to get a PlayStation Portal over this? Like what would a PlayStation Portal have to do in order to beat this?
It would have to be able to run games better or as good as this, because this runs games pretty well, and on our Wi-Fi, it's like seamless. Like the loading was quick, and I'm just hoping that it can do that with the Portal, because the Portal's Wi-Fi reliant. But I mean, the Portal kind of has the edge because it's gonna have all my games, all my save files, like regardless of what I do. I'm not gonna have to log in on anything.
Setup is gonna be easier.
Yeah, setup's gonna be a lot easier.
Okay. So that's the biggest thing. Again, I don't want these to be too long. I want you guys to be able to come here every single day, look at it. And so it survived day 2. We don't want to return it. Not yet, right? So we got 15 days to play with this thing and see if we want to return it. So far, it survived day 2. Day 1 was the biggest struggle, loading everything up, getting all the drivers updated and everything, and finally getting it to run well once everything is updated. Lenovo apparently put out a blog saying that they're gonna committed to updating this every single Friday or something like that, like weekly updates, which is a lot of updates. But to be fair, the ROG Ally has had a lot of updates. I was explaining that to my son as well, that anyone that's trying to compare the ROG Ally right now to the Lenovo Legion Go is being unfair. The amount of software updates and updates that thing got is ridiculous. That's why it runs games mostly better than this runs games. But even with all that being said, this battery is better. This screen is better. I don't know, man. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Again, though, this is not a versus thing. Both of these systems, whichever one you decide to get, you're gonna be fine with. I promise you that. Okay, it's gonna be fun regardless. You're gonna enjoy it regardless. It's just, do you want a bigger screen or a smaller screen? All right. Well, is there anything else you want to say for day 2?
Nope. Pretty sure that's it. I'm good.
Okay. You like the blue lights? Yeah, and I got the green lights.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna end it there before it turns into console war. Dog 1985. There's levels to this. We out. Peace.